You won't believe what I found on this one simple website. A tool that has allowed me to pass my latest 2 My Forex Funds 100k challenges. And I'm going to show you in today's video trading the markets live on a simulator, how you can pass a 100k account, and I'm going to do this live in front of you to show you how possible this is. Using one simple tool. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your hands on a piece of software that will automatically trade this tool and the markets for you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jay, a $400,000 prop firm trader from South Africa that documents my journey on my YouTube channel on various ways that I use to trade the markets. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing on one simple tool that I found that will allow you to trade the markets live and pass your prop firm challenges. If you want to learn how you can do this and how you can get your hands on this tool, make sure to watch this video until the end. So without further ado, let's hop onto my PC and pass this challenge. Alrighty, so what this tool consists of is a level of bank levels, which is your weekly and daily supply and demand zones, as well as a series of a much better, touched up, optimized TMA bands that gives you these buy and sell confirmations. So what we're going to be doing is when price reaches outside of these bands and also lines up with a daily or a bank level, we are going to take a buy or sell entry confirmation using on US 30 only, 250 pip stop loss, 350 pip TP, risking 1% per trade. This tool is called a FX Blue simulator for MT4. So if you take a look over here and I go and pause this replay, I can then click on continue. I can either speed it up, slow it down, and I can take trades as if price is moving lifetime over here. So right now, you can see price is currently outside of these bands, just swept these lows. So if we get a buy confirmation, this will be a high confluence trade because price is currently heavily oversold. So if we get confirmation, I will take our first trade of the day over here at 8:30 in the morning. So this would be trade plan for our first day on 22nd of June, 2023 is a buy confirmation on a heavily oversold market that has also swept double bottom liquidity. So I'm going to take confirmation as soon as we get confirmation over there. Alright, so I've entered the buy position, hopefully to ride this pullback after this liquidity sweep and also on a very oversold market. Alright, so currently we're about halfway to TP. So over here we can start to look to take off some risk. If we clear this high up here on this candle, I will set break even on this trade. Okay. That trade has hit full TP, so you'll see over here on our first trade, we're currently $900 up after our first loss entry. On the first entry, we just got wicked out. I think I just had my stop loss and TP wrong. A stop loss was way too tight, but that has now been corrected. So we are about 0.5% up on the account. We still have $15,500 to go because our target for passing this challenge is 8% at $16,000. So let's continue moving price forward. Ideally now, next trade plan for this day or the next day would be to tap into these bank levels over here. If we get sell confirmation, we'll ride those shorts. If price clears this low and gives a confirmation, because that would be a sweep of liquidity with your buy confirm, we'll then take another buy entry. But let's just let price play out a bit and see what we get. Okay, we're about to sweep these lows. I would not take confirmation yet because these are creating a series of equal lows and a double bottom. As we know, that likes to get swept out before continuing in the opposite direction. This confirmation over here, I will not be taking yet because we have not had a sweep of these lows over here. We first want to see price sweep this before we take our buy confirmation. Okay, so this buy confirmation would have definitely gone your way. That's completely okay. No entry for me. We definitely hit TP at 4,500 pips, but that's all right. We'll wait for our next opportunity is to tap into this extreme bank level over here that lines with outside of the bands. This level for me isn't too much as of a high confluence as the extreme zone. So we'll just wait for confirmation into that zone, or again, a sweep of these lows and another buy confirmation after the sweep of liquidity and an oversold market. I've discovered using this tool that it is most effective on the 1 hour time frame and the 15-minute time frame. both on indices, so that's US 30, NASDAQ, UK 100, German 30, fantastically works well, as well as XAUSD Gold. Those are definitely my top 4 markets to go and use with this tool. And as you can see over here, price is starting to take off nicely, but still, this is not according to rules. In order for a buy, you need to see a sweep of these lows first, such as over here. This low was swept and it gave confirmation for a buy. This low was just swept, gave confirmation for a buy. However, for me, it didn't really sweep it. It more created over here a form of support or a triple bottom. So I'd like to see this get swept first and then take a long. Otherwise, trade plan 2 would be to take shorts from bank levels up here and supply zones up here, as well as an overbought market, which is a great confluence for a short trade. Okay, price is now tapped into a level of a bank level, which actually gave confirm. I just missed this one because I wanted to see it more reach this higher one, just to avoid drawdown and getting stopped out. Your trade setups need to be really highly probable, and once you stick with your plan, stick with it. Remember, I said my original plan was to not take it off the recent bank level, but to rather look for entries on the extreme, and that is okay. I will rather miss out on a trade like this that doesn't follow my plan and stick to my original plan. So that's why this tool also helps a lot. When you hop onto the chart every morning, you can kind of formulate your own trade plan and just make sure that you stick with that trade plan. So I'm just going to speed up price a little bit. If we also clear this high and then give a confirm, I will also look at a short entry on that criteria. Okay, and price absolutely tanked down from there. So that was definitely a good sell entry. So if you were trading the market, that would have been a great confirmation trade, which is okay. I would like to see price now sweep these lows. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit because we're currently ranging in between these bands. No entries happen within between these bands. So let's just see what price does before I take entry. Okay, hopefully we sweep these lows over here and then we can take a buy confirmation. Okay, not yet, still creating a bunch of equal lows over here. If price sweeps that high, I will take a sell confirmation. And we're still busy ranging in between these bands. Okay, I'm just going to move price a little bit slower here as we're getting close to this high, and I don't want to miss a potential entry. You'll see over here, a lot of banks and institutions are entering the market as we've created another bank level over here. So what we could expect is perhaps a shoot up, maybe a pullback, and then a reaction off this bank level, either the breakthrough, and then we'll pull back, retest that bank level to continue lower, or could break through, pull back, which is the short we want to catch, and then continue to moving up higher to higher bank levels up here. But let's just see what price does. We'll just react. We won't try and predict. At the moment, price is still just creating double tops up here, 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 and here. So we want to see the sweep of that, and all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly 6 taps on the support line. We want to get swept and then look for buy. So that would still be the trade plan for this day. Okay, we've now had a sweep of these lows. So buy confirmation I will take. Just like that, because that's given us the sweep plus the buy confirmation. So let's see how this trade runs. Okay, we got stopped out on that trade. I'm going to take one more entry over here. That's all right. Speed this up. Okay, and we would have hit TP on that second trade. So that's all right. We had 1 loss, 1 win. We're just under 8% up on the account, which is great. So we've had 2 losses, 2 wins, but our risk to reward and risk management always wins the day. So let's continue, see if we can pass this challenge in today's video. So that was a successful trade. I maybe took this entry a little bit early. Stop loss was quite tight, but that's okay. We still came back on the second trade. So let's continue running this. Again, if we sweep that low and get another confirmation like we have now, I will take a buy entry. Just like that. We've swept that low. Okay, let's speed up price here. And another full TP trade. So this was... Okay, so we are now 3% up on this account from that trade, so that's great. We still need about 5% to go. And this is one thing I want you to take note of, is when you take these buy confirmations, is it must sweep a form of liquidity. That is why you'll see over here, all right, price swept this low, gave buy confirm. Price didn't really sweep this low here. Yes, it gave a nice buy, but price swept these lows, gave a nice buy, full TP. Price swept this low, gave a nice buy, collecting fuel for the markets to make that next move. So our next trade plan from here would be continue as usual, a sweep of this low, looking for a buy confirm, or shorts from areas of bank levels over here. I actually still want to just see these double top highs get swept out over here. So here and here, I want to see the sweep of that, and then a short confirm from there to look for shorts. That would be my current trade plan for the next day. We're currently at 10 o'clock in the morning, so London session has just started. This is on the 23rd of June. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed up price slightly because we're still busy ranging in those bands. Okay. We've gotten the sweep of that low, so we'll take another buy confirmation if we get, just like that. And that's okay, we stopped out on that trade. We'll take one more buy confirmation over here. This was obviously a very high impact news day, which is okay. We are still nearly 2% up on the account. That's perfectly fine. Still just waiting for confirmation. And there we go. I'll take that entry. Okay, and we hit full TP on that trade. So we are now currently just under 2% up on the account. So let's continue moving price a bit forward, because now we're back into the bands. So again, if we sweep these lows and get that buy confirmation, we will take entry on that. What you can also do is, if you want to, we are trading with a very tight stop loss for this time frame. We can loosen it up a bit if you want to at 4,000 pips, and you can make your TP at 5,000 pips. So it's just about a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. It's still not our criteria. Every time you look for a buy, there must be a sweep of liquidity, especially because this is a bearish market at the moment. So that would be a counter trend trade. And you'll see how nicely price reacts off these bank levels. Created a bank level, broke below, came to retest it, and absolutely dropped down. So here we have another buy confirmation, but we're still creating equal lows over here. We want to see a sweep of these lows before looking for longs. So we've still created equal bottoms over here, which we want to see get swept. Okay, let me just slow down price as we get to these lows. It's still not swept. It's still created. It's pretty much equal bottoms over there. Price creating more liquidity for down below here. Otherwise, if we see a sweep of these highs, I will take a short confirm outside of the bands. All right, so that's the end of day one. If I just slow down price over here, we'll see we're now at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 27th of June. So from day one, we made just under 2% on the account, which is great. All right, as long as we keep this up consistent and continue to follow our trading plan, you will remain profitable, and as well as that you manage risk correctly. So you'll see over here, price is now breaking through that bank level. If you want to, you can also mark out these lows. So if price sweeps below that line and gives a buy confirm, I will then take entry, because that will be the sweep of liquidity. Okay, and price still reacting beautifully up there. So let's take a short confirm, because we've had a sweep of this high. We'll take that short entry. Okay, we had full TP over there, so we are currently 4%, just over 4% up on the account, because we had a sweep of these highs, sell confirmation, so we took that entry. That was a very high confluence trade. So again, if we see another sweep of these highs, ideally a tap into this bank level over here, we can take another short, otherwise a sweep of these lows and we take another long. So again, the next day was a great profitable day. I would have probably called it a day with a full TP hit. Equal highs, that's not a sweep yet. We want to see a clear sweep. Still creating equal highs. Still creating a triple top over here. As you can see, all of this is reacting off one support level. So we want to see that get quite a big push and quite a good sweep of that. So I'm just going to let it run a little bit slower so I can catch my entry in time. And there we go. I would call that a clear sweep. So now I will take sell entry confirmation because this candle has absolutely taken out these equal triple highs. So as soon as we get confirm, I will take entry. Okay, I'm going to enter on that confirmation. That's okay. We stopped out on that trade. Let's just see if price gets onto this bank level. Otherwise, I'll take one more confirmation over here as we're coming up to these bank levels. So we are still up 2% on the account. So there's one loss, one win. But take note of how our losses are always smaller than our wins. And that is exactly how we manage risk correctly. Remember, there's going to be no system that will give you a 100% win rate. It's all about how you manage risk. So we've had about a 50% win rate, but we're still up over 2% on the account. All right, so we're now coming up to this bank level, which over here I'll be taking any short confirmation. All right. And we've now had full TP on that trade because price reacted beautifully off of this bank level over here. So again, if we get a sweep of these highs, I will look for another short confirm. We're still currently about 3% up now on the account. I'm just going to speed up price slightly. So I won't take any confirms over here unless we sweep these highs further into these bank levels. Okay. So price is now, let me just slow down price over here, is reacting off a bank level. So if I get confirmation over here, I will take a buy confirm. We've just wicked into this bank level. Okay, I will take confirmation on that. And that trade hit full TP. So we're now currently 5% up on the account, 3% to go to pass. So hopefully that will be one or two more trades. All right, so if we get a sweep of these highs, we will take confirmation and you'll see how beautifully these bank levels hold that is in line with your TMA bands. That is why this is such an effective strategy, because you're trading a bit of SMC mixed with a bit of retail, but also with a fixed trading plan every morning. And that's what I love about this tool. It gives you that fixed trading plan every morning that you can follow, eliminating the idea of greed, the idea of getting your emotions involved, not sure when to enter. You're entering on a fixed rule-based system. Is bank levels that are outside of the TMA bands, which indicates price is entering a supply and demand zone and the market is heavily oversold or overbought. So we are basically riding the pullback or the reaction from the market from those points. So I'm very happy with the results so far that this tool is giving. So again, if we see a sweep of these lows, we'll then take a buy. If we see a sweep of these highs outside of the bands, we will take a sell. As you can see, we're creating double bottom liquidity, which is basically a level of support over here. So I'm not going to enter anything here because it's not as high probability, because we want to see price look to sweep those lows. Okay, price actually reacted nicely off there. So if you wanted to risk an enter a buy, you could have. I would have risked less on that trade, but it wasn't according to my trade plan, hence why I didn't enter, which I'm perfectly happy with, because I will always aim to follow my trade plan and manage my risk correctly. All right, so let's continue price over here. We're creating more 1, 2, 3 tops on this level of support over here. Price coming up to this bank level. So we want to see a sweep of these highs, hopefully above this high, which we have not swept yet, into oversold, overbought areas of the market to then look for shorts and ride that overall pullback back down. All right, so let's continue price over here. Still busy ranging in those bands. Okay, we've now had that sweep, so I will look to take confirmation over here if we get a sell. All right, no confirmation yet. So we just want to see price push up some more. I'm going to quickly speed up a bit of price here. And that's fine. Okay, so we had that sweep, beautiful drop off. We just didn't get our confirmation. So now what we'll have to see is a sweep of this high, and then we'll be able to take sells. Otherwise, a sweep of these sells into this bank level and a sweep of these double bottoms over here to look for buys. So that would be current trade plan. We'll take first confirmation that we get over here. We'll take that sell. Speed up price. Okay, stopped out. That's okay. We'll take that sell. And we TP on that trade. So that is okay. We got stopped out on the first trade, just wicked out. Maybe stop loss was a bit tight. So if you want to, you can always play around with your risk management. If you want to give yourself a bit of a more wider stop and a wider TP, you can do that. Then just use a smaller lot size so the risk percentage is still the same. I like to use as tight a stop loss as possible with the strategy. So I don't mind getting wicked out and then re-entering after I got swept out. I'm perfectly okay with that because I know my risk is well managed. So I just quickly want to slow this down. We are currently, okay, $11,000 up. So we're nearly 6% up on the account, about 2% to go. Okay, continuing to the next day. If we reach this area of bank levels down here, I will look for confirmation for longs. Otherwise, shorts from these bank levels up over here that line up with the bands. Okay, so as you can see over here, a lot of liquidity building. I would not look for any longs over here as we're not lining up with any bank level. Now we have, so I will take long confirmation here. So we got stopped out first entry, TP second entry. I will take another long. I just want to slow down price a bit. I'm getting way too quick. Okay, we'll take another entry over here as we way past the bank level and very overbought market. Okay, stopped out again. So we are still 8% up on the account. We'll look for one more confirmation. So we had one loss, one win, one loss, still up 4% on the account. So we're kind of been jumping in between very choppy price action over here, high impact news days, which is okay. So after this day, I would have probably called it a day, but we're still well within our daily drawdown. We still got about 3% to play with. Well, because was up 2% on the account, we've got about 4% daily drawdown left. So again, I'll take one more confirmation over here for a long position. Okay, I'm going to enter on that buy confirmation. All right, so we hit full TP on that trade. So we are now 4% up on the account. Trade plan right now would see a sweep of this low for buy confirmation or tap into these bank levels over here for short confirmations. If you want to add as extra confluence, I've got another indicator over here which highlights higher time frame supply and demand levels in the form of boxes. As you can see over here, the bank levels that line up with these zones are the most highest confluence. So you'll see over here, price tapped into the zone, gave a beautiful buy confirmation. So instead of taking this one, you could have waited for price to mitigate the zone, avoiding that initial loss we took. So let's include this indicator over here. If you decide to get your license on this indicator and want it for yourself, I will give you access to all three of these indicators, the bank levels, the supply and demand zones, and as well as the TMA bands over here. So it's going to speed up price. Ideally here, we want to see a sweep of this liquidity, tap into this zone over here to look for longs, because right now we're just forming a double bottom. Otherwise, a push up into areas of levels up here to look for shorts. So I'm just going to speed up price a bit as we're still ranging in between the bands. Okay, I'm not going to take confirm here because we're kind of just reacting off middle of nowhere. I'd like to see price reach up further into these areas of supply. However, it actually did give a fantastic confirm, but that's okay. Trade missed, wasn't according to our trade plan. Second trade plan would be a sweep of these lows into this level of demand. So we've now tapped into this level of demand. So now if I get confirmed just like that, I will take a long position. Which over there hit full TP, so that was a very good confluence trade. So now we are 13%, about 7% up on the account, basically one more trade and we've passed this account. So trade plan over here would be to perhaps see maybe a tap into this bank level or areas of supply over here to look for shorts, otherwise a break of these lows. Okay, big push up, let's see if we can get a mitigation of that bank level. Okay, so now I will look for shorts off this bank level. And I will take that confirm. Okay, and we got stopped out. That's perfectly fine. I will take one more confirm over here. And we hit TP on that trade. All right, so that should be still $2,000 to go. All right, so we're about now just over 7% up on the account. Basically 1% to go, and then we've passed this account. So we had one win, one loss. Price hit the band, just swept us out. So obviously now if you had a slightly bigger stop loss, you would have still been in this trade and running for full TP, which is okay. But again, my style of trading is tight risk management. I like tight stop losses, which is okay. So again, if we see a sweep of these highs, tap into the supply, that will be great confluence for shorts. Price busy forming double top liquidity over here. So we want to see these highs get swept out into the more extreme areas of supply, as you can see, which is exactly what price is looking to do. Okay, price still pushing up more, but price is not overbought yet because we're still ranging inside of these bands. So I'm just going to speed up price a bit. Again, if we get a sweep down into these extreme areas of demand again, we can look to ride that pullback and that reaction off of them. Mitigation, we want to see price tap in before we take any confirm. Okay, now we've had the tap in, so now I will take any confirmation that we get for shorts over here. Okay, I will take that confirmation and straight to TP. Beautiful mitigation into the extreme areas of supply. Sell confirmation, overbought market, ran straight to TP. So let's just check, that should be account passed, and that is indeed account passed at 8% on a MyForex funds. Sorry, this was actually a 200K account, not a 100K, which is perfectly fine. All right, so if we take a look at this tool, you'll see over here, we started with a $200,000 account, balance of $219,000, monthly return of 14.7%, weekly return of 3.3%, peak drawdown of 3.3%, and a win rate of 48%. But what I want you to take note of is our risk to reward. We basically lost the same amount of trades that we won, but because our risk to reward and risk management was so good, we ended up over $19,000 on the account, which is phase one passed. We protected our 5% peak daily drawdown, which didn't even reach. So yeah, really happy with the results of this tool. If you guys want to go and get your own license for this tool, you can come over to this link, which is the first link in the description. It will take you to the Millionaire Mindset MMFunded V2 EA and indicator. And over here on the access now, you can either grab yourself the license for the EA and the indicator, or just the indicator alone, which is these 3 files over here. And you can actually view some of all of the challenge that we've passed over here just using the EA. So all of these accounts were automated using the EA. Nothing was traded manually. Over here, you can also go and view some more results of this EA, and you can also go and view some frequently asked questions over here. So if you guys want to go and grab this license, try it out for yourself, try past challenges for yourself, and remain profitable on your funded accounts and get those payouts, come over to the first link in the description, and I'll see you over here on this video, which will go over everything about this EA and indicator.